Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to Don Husam, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the new channel. Arsenal 2, Wolves 0. Arsenal are winning the league. It's not me twerking for Arsenal or glazing Arsenal or whatever the type of stuff that you guys always say. Welcome to another short form post-match reaction for Arsenal, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to say my honest opinion, whether you think that's twerking, whatever the hell you think it is. I'm going to state my honest, genuine opinion on today's game. Make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. Let's get into it. Arsenal just beat Wolverhampton Wanderers by 2-0, ladies and gentlemen. And I have titled the video, Arsenal are winning the league. And I'll tell you why. Momentum is very important in sports. Momentum is very important in football. And I feel like Arsenal have fully carried on the momentum that they had from last year into this new season. They fully carried it on. They fully kept it going. And I don't think there's anything stopping them right now. I mean, they're taking the results that they had towards the end of last season. They're building on it and building on it and building on it. I mean, January till May, Arsenal was completely different than the Arsenal we had at the start of the season, where maybe they dropped points here and there, where they faltered here and there. Towards the end of last season, they really only had one bad result in Aston Villa. The rest, they were pretty good, and it's showing that they're just building momentum and building momentum and building momentum, and it's like a freight train just running through everyone, and there's nothing that you can do to stop them. And I'll tell you why I think Arsenal are going to win the league. There's a man that once said, attack wins you games, defense wins you titles. And I think people always say Arteta is trying to imitate Pep, myself included, sometimes just to banter, just to have fun. But the truth is, this Arsenal team is actually closer to Diego Simeone than it is to Pep Guardiola. This Arsenal side is actually closer to that type of football than it is to a Pep Guardiola style of football. It's like a mixture of a bit of both, but I think it's a bit closer to Simeone. Arsenal's defense, ladies and gentlemen, is actually incredible. And I'm not even talking about the fact that they kept a clean sheet. You can keep clean sheets. I mean, Man United kept a clean sheet yesterday. Today, Liverpool kept a clean sheet. Teams can keep clean sheets. That's not an indicator of a great defense. For me, what indicates today that Arsenal's defense is just on point is they limited Wolves to basically feeding off scraps and half chances. Wolves are a quality side, make no mistake. It's not like Wolves have dead players. Wolves have the likes of Hwang, Ait Nouri, who I take at Liverpool. They've got Lemina, Joao Gomez, another player I take at Liverpool. So they've got a mixture of some good players there. But they limited Wolves so much. And it makes you think, okay, let's push aside the Liverpool game, the City game, the Spurs game, because it's a North London derby. You look at the bottom 10 sides in the Premier League, home and away. That's 20 games out of 38. Just purely the bottom 10 sides. And I look at the bottom 10, like home and away fixtures, so those 20 games out of 38. And I'm thinking to myself, Arsenal could quite easily keep a clean sheet in every single one of those games and win every single one of those games with ease, just based on the way that they defend. And by the way, this is without Timber starting. This is without Calafiori starting. So we haven't even seen the if you would like, the Pro Max version of Arsenal yet. This is just the current version, even with Zinchenko in there. We have not seen the ultimate version of this beastly defense yet. And Merino hasn't been confirmed yet by the time this video is released. So we haven't even seen them with Merino. Now, why Arteta makes sense to go after Merino? And listen, sometimes you look at Arteta from the outside looking in, you think he's a crazy man. Maybe there's a problem in terms of planning and stuff like that. However, it makes sense because the reason why Arsenal were so dominant today, one of the main reasons, is actually Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is one of the main reasons why Arsenal were dominant today. Now, from Arteta's perspective and from an Arsenal fan perspective, and us Liverpool fans, we can relate with Jota. Those players are never there when you need them. The problem with Thomas Partey has never ever been his quality. The problem with Thomas Partey has always been the fact that he cannot stay fit. Now, if Thomas Partey can stay fit, obviously the whole game changes. But you're not going to rely on someone who let you down in terms of fitness 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row, Thomas Partey has let you down in terms of fitness, so you cannot rely on that. That's why you're getting Merino. So if Partey doesn't play, you've got Merino and Rice as a double pivot, and it'll work. And it's a fantastic combination, to be honest with you, specifically from a defensive perspective. Defense wins you titles. I predicted Arsenal to win the league, and I'm not changing my opinion. Their defense is just so solid. And the other reason is that man, Bukayo Saka. Chelsea fans had the audacity to compare Bukayo Saka to Cole Palmer. Have some respect, have some shame. If Bukayo Saka operated in as much space as Cole Palmer had for Chelsea last season, he'd have even better numbers. Bukayo Saka, ladies and gentlemen, is elite. I'm a Liverpool fan. It's not bias. I think even if you're an Arsenal fan who's objective, you will say Mo Salah's the best right winger in the whole league. But second best right winger in the whole Premier League is Bukayo Saka for me. Mo is A star. Saka is A. The rest is all below that. Like that's honestly how I look at the right wingers in these leagues. That man Bukayo Saka, ladies and gentlemen, is on a mission. On a mission. Because he starts off the first Premier League game of the season with a goal, with an assist. Kai Havertz scores, and I think it's very important for the Arsenal fans and for Arsenal Football Club in general if Bukayo Saka scores more goals, because that's what they need. This version of Havertz is what they need. Like, they need him to pop in with more goals. The one downside though is Martinelli. Now, he didn't necessarily play as badly as he did last season, but Martinelli needs to step up because Bukayo Saka needs a running mate. Once again, I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm speaking from experience. Mo needed a running mate last season and he was nowhere to be found. Bukayo is the same thing. He needs a running mate. He needs help. Martin Odegaard is another player who is just so fantastic to watch today. Just the creativity, the balls and behind. I mean, there was a moment where Martinelli just gave him the ball and he ran exactly where Odegaard placed it. Like, he's just placing it exactly where the player's momentum will carry him, because you can play through balls and it doesn't look, near as good as any other through ball or someone else playing a through ball because of the weight of the pass, the accuracy of the pass. And Odegaard just has the weight and the accuracy just on lock, and it's just so impressive to watch. So for me, I look at Arsenal Football Club this season, and listen, whether people like it or not, whether they want to call me an Arsenal twerker, you're glazing, or blah, 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 I'm just stating my honest opinions. This has nothing to do with clickbait. I've predicted Arsenal to win the league anyway, and they are continuing to impress me, because they've carried the momentum from last year. There is no complacency. There is no playing around. I thought Gabriel was fantastic today. Saliba was fantastic today. And David Raya, and this is the sign of a great goalkeeper, David Raya today was only needed in 2 moments, and he made both saves. One towards the end, and one the header from Larsson. And make no mistake, once again, Wolves are a quality side. Let's not act like Wolves are a dead side, or they have no quality, or they lack quality. They're a very good team. They're a very good team. And today, Arsenal completely limited them, and Wolves had no answers for it whatsoever. So for me, Arsenal are winning the league. This game proves it. They've started the league with a clean sheet, defensive masterpiece, scoring 2 goals. Now, does Arsenal perhaps need one more forward line player, even if they sign Merino? My answer would be probably yes, because they need someone to help out Saka in terms of output, in terms of goals, in terms of assists. However, Havertz scored the header today. If you keep the momentum going, maybe they might not need a forward. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this short form match reaction. Make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing, and we'll see you whenever we see you. Peace.